Let us now see the dry heat methods. In the dry heat method of cooking, air or fat is used as a medium of cooking. Grilling or boiling is a dry heat method of cooking the food. Grilling consists of placing the food below or above or in between a red hot surface. There will be a heating surface, a hot surface, and the food can be placed over the hot surface or below the hot surface or in between the hot surface. This method of cooking is called as grilling, and another name for grilling is broiling. When the food is placed under the heating element, the food is heated by the radiation. The method of heat conduction is through radiation, and this will result in the browning of the food. As the heat is mostly superficial in grilling, the grilled food should be often reversed or rotated. Like we do the chapatis, we heat it over the tawa, and the tawa here is the heating element. Food is heated above the tawa. This method is called as grilling. It is also called as boiling. These images shows the grilling of the food. In the first image, you can see the poultry that is being grilled, and there will be a stick in between. By rotating the stick, the poultry also can be rotated. In the second image, you can see the toaster where the heating element will be on both the sides and the bread will be toasted on both the sides. Advantages of grilling. It is a very quick method of cooking. We use very little fat, or sometimes fat is not required. The flavor of the food is very much improved by the process of grilling. When you make the chapatis or when you toast the bread, you can find that the flavor of the food is enhanced to a great extent. Disadvantage of grilling is constant attention is required to prevent charring. Because the food is heated superficially, somebody has to rotate the food very often or toss the food very often. Otherwise, the food may become charred. The second method of dry heat cooking is pan broiling, or it is called as roasting. When the food is cooked uncovered or heated over a metal or a frying pan, the method is known as pan broiling. Like we roast different types of food using a kadai or in a tawa, it is called as pan broiling or roasting. Many of the food that we eat are roasted. For example, we may roast groundnuts or Bengal gram dal, sometimes even fenugreek or cumin seeds also may be roasted when it is incorporated into different types of dishes. Chapatis are also roasted. For roasting the chapatis, we use a tawa, and for roasting the groundnuts or the Bengal gram dal, we use a kadai. These images shows the roasting of the coffee beans and the roasting of the chapatis. Advantages of pan broiling. During pan broiling, the color, flavor and texture of the food is improved. It reduces the moisture content of the food and therefore it improves the keeping quality. When we store the rava as such, after a few days you can see that there are germs in the rava. That is because of the moisture content of the rava or the semolina. But if you roast the rava, you can store it for a long period of time because during roasting, moisture is removed from the rava and there will be no insect infestation. And also, as a result of roasting, it is easy to powder. For example, the fenugreek seeds or the cumin seeds that you roast, or the coriander seeds if they are roasted, you can easily powder them. And it is one of the quick methods of cooking the food. Disadvantage of pan broiling. Constant attention is required because you need to stay near the food that is being roasted. If you don't toss the food very often, there is a possibility of charring. Loss of nutrients like amino acids occur when the food becomes too much brown or black in color. Baking is the third method of dry heat cooking. The food gets cooked by the hot air. Basically, it is a dry heat method of cooking, but the action of the dry heat is combined with that of the steam, which is generated while the food is being cooked. During baking, the dough is prepared and it is placed in the oven. It is a dry heat method. Hot air is used, of course, but during the baking process, the moisture is liberated from the dough, and this also helps in the cooking of the food. An oven is required for this purpose. The temperature that are normally maintained in the oven are between 120 degrees centigrade to 260 degrees centigrade. Very high temperature is used for baking of the food. Foods that are baked are generally brown. They are crisp on the top, soft and porous in the center. You can take the example of bread or cake. The upper surface has a crust and the crust is very crispy. And in the center portion of the cake or the bread, you can see that it is very soft in texture and it is porous. And pudding also can be done by the baking process. You can find in these images the different type of foods that can be baked, the pizzas, bun, cookies, and the cake. Advantage of baking. The flavor and texture of the food are enhanced to a great extent, but variety of dishes cannot be made in the baking process. Uniform and bulk cooking can be achieved. So it can be used commercially. Large scale preparation is possible. Large scale preparation of bread or cake or cookies is possible in the baking method. The disadvantage of baking is special equipments and skill is required. You should know how to handle the oven, and you should also know the temperature that is required for baking different type of food, and also for the pre-preparation that is involved in baking a product. Dry heat methods that use fat as a medium of cooking. Sautéing. This method involves cooking of the food in just enough of oil to cover the base of the pan. Example, dosa. Just a small amount of oil is used in this cooking method. The food is usually tossed occasionally or it is turned over. It is tossed like when we make a poriyal, or it is turned over like when we make a dosa with the spatula to enable all the pieces to come in contact with the oil and get cooked evenly. When the food is tossed or when it is turned using a spatula, the food will come in contact with the fat and therefore the food will be cooked evenly. Sometimes the pan is covered with the lid and the flame can be reduced and allow the food till it becomes tender in its own steam. For example, when we prepare the green leafy vegetables, a small amount of oil is added for seasoning. The seasoning is done and green leafy vegetables are added. We don't add water to that and we cover it with a lid and the food gets cooked by the steam that is generated from the food. So in this way, the food will get cooked and it will become tender. The products obtained in cooking by this method is slightly moist. It is tender, that is, it is soft, but without any liquid or gravy. Foods cooked by sautéing are generally vegetables used as side dishes in the menu. The heat is transferred to the food mainly by conduction. You can see here in these images the foods that are sautéed, mixed vegetables, green leafy vegetables, and also the onions that are sautéed for different food preparation. The next method is the shallow fat frying. Food is cooked in large amounts of fat, but it is not enough to cover it. Heat is transferred to the food partially by conduction when it comes in contact with the heated pan and partially by the convection currents of the food. Example, preparation of parathas, chapatis, cashew nuts, potatoes, fish fries, or making of cutlets and tikkis. They come under the shallow fat frying. For example, in the preparation of cutlets, we make the mixed vegetable preparation along with the spices made into patties, and these patties are cooked in a tawa or in a kadai where fat is added. The amount of oil added is not large and therefore the cutlets are not fully immersed in oil. Only sufficient amount of oil is added in the preparation of cutlets, and such preparation is called as the shallow fat frying. The next is the deep fat frying. Here, food is totally immersed in the hot oil and it is cooked by vigorous convection currents, and cooking is uniform on all the sides of the food. Like you prepare a vadai. In the preparation of the vadai, the dough is taken and it is immersed in the fat or the oil, and then you turn it over when it becomes brown on the outer surface. Cooking can be rapidly completed in deep fat frying because the temperature used is very high, 180 degrees centigrade to 220 degrees centigrade. In most foods, this high temperature results in rapid drying out of the surface and production of hard, crisp surface which is brown in color. So in the preparation of vadai, you can see that the outer surface is brown, and when you break it, you can see that the inner portion is soft and white in color. The absorption of fat by food increases the calorific value of the food. While you deep fat fry the food, some amount of oil will be absorbed by the food that is fried, and this will improve the calorific value, that is the energy content of the food. Example, samosas, pappad, chips, murukku or pakoda, bhaji and bonda are made by deep fat frying. Advantages: the taste of the food is improved along with the texture. There is increase in the calorific value. It is the fastest method of cooking. In shallow fat frying, the amount of oil consumption can be controlled. And the disadvantages: sometimes the food may become oily or soggy, and when the food absorbs more amount of oil, it becomes soggy. More attention is required while cooking, and care should be taken to avoid accidents because the oil is at a higher temperature. There will be smoking of the oil, and sometimes spilling of the oil may take place and it can cause accidents, and therefore more attention is required. The food becomes very expensive because oil is expensive. You have to use large quantity of oil for frying the food, and therefore the food also becomes expensive when it is fried. Fried foods take a long time to digest because it becomes hard. Repeated use of heated oils may produce harmful substances and reduces the smoking point. While you use the oil repeatedly for cooking or the frying purpose, chemical changes takes place in the oil, and these chemicals may be carcinogenic also. That is, it can cause cancer, and therefore repeated heating of the oil should be avoided. In these images, the upper two shows the shallow fat frying where only a small quantity of oil is used, and at the bottom you find the deep fat frying process. The combination method is called as braising. It is a combined method of both the moist heat cooking as well as the dry heat cooking. There is a combination of roasting and stewing in a pan with a tight fitting lid. So roasting is a dry heat method, stewing is a moist heat method. Both of them are employed in braising. The meat should be sealed by browning on all the sides, and then it is placed in a lightly fried bed of root vegetables. So the meat has to be first toasted, and then it is added to vegetables. and then stock or gravy is added, which should come to 2/3 of the meat. Small amount of liquid is added, and therefore we are going to now stew the food. First, the meat was toasted and later the meat is stewed. Flavoring and seasoning are added and it is allowed to cook gently. This method is called as braising. Many food preparations are made not by a single method but by a combination of method. If we have cooked foods, we know that we do not employ any method just purely. We will always use a combination of method. For example, in the preparation of upma, you have to roast the semia or the vermicelli, and then you have to prepare the upma by the boiling method. In the preparation of the vermicelli payasam, you have to first roast the vermicelli and then you have to prepare the payasam by the simmering method. In the preparation of vegetable curry, first you have to season it, saute the onion and the tomatoes, etc. And then you have to simmer the vegetables. In the preparation of upma, roasting and boiling. In meat cutlet, first the meat is boiled and then it is added to vegetables and spices, etc. Then they can be deep fried or shallow fat fried. In vegetable pulao, the vegetables may be fried and then it is cooked by simmering. In matar paneer, frying and then stewing of the paneer. So here we employ combination of methods for the preparation of several foods. In this segment, we saw the various dry heat methods of cooking that employ air as a medium or fat as a medium. Thank you.